So I played in a Master Challenger Cup today, and I came first place, undefeated. And I played fiendsmith Snake Eye, Sky Striker Tenpai, and I'm going to be going over some of my replays over the event of my semi-finals and my finals, and I'll be going over it, and I'll also show my deck list of it at the end. My game plan for the Challenger Cup was game 1 of every round I would go with fiendsmith Snake Eye, as I thought it had the most versatility for hand traps, going first or second. I only ended up winning one coin toss, and if I would have won the game, I'd be going more than likely second. So I had Sky Striker Tenpai ready up my sleeve to play that, and it worked out for me pretty well. I got a lot of 2-0s, but sometimes I just couldn't win the game 2, so I had to go to game 3 with fiendsmith Snake Eye again going first, which I would win then, obviously, make it to the finals. So this was my semi-finals round. I played against Pierre. He was playing Prime Light Blue Eyes and I was on fiendsmith Snake Eye, and I ended up going second. I always aim from the barrel. I think that's correct to keep him off the drill beam stuff. Trolled. No, it's the next play. I was going to consider letting this resolve, just because I wanted, in case he hard opened Maiden, so I could hit the True Light and get more value off it. Well, I decided to go with the risk of just hitting this, which I think, in hindsight, even if he did have Maiden, it would have been correct to him oscillating, because I didn't know he had Maiden in hand. Goes for a second spirit to make seals. I was hoping to get the seals interruption out of the way early. Hopefully there's a nice top deck to be the normalest one. I just passed though, because I didn't want to give him any draws. And I figured even if he sets up a bit of a board, I'm still confident enough in breaking it with this in the top deck. Now I decided to commit. I had Larry Pitch Larry. Link it to Requiem. He had to seals bounce there, and then he had a fool. Which, at this point, I decided to take the challenge, or challenge the Fua, to go for game. I think there was better sequencing somewhere. I haven't played this deck for a good while. Just goes to show how good it is. No, I think the sequencing is fine. Giving him one draw for yeah, I'm getting mixed up with another game. Then that was game 1. We took it going second with fiendsmith Snake Eye. So after winning game 2, I had to go second, so I played the Sky Striker Tenpai. I think I made a huge misplay this game that lost me the game. But I'll still show the game anyway and go over it, because might as well. I was gonna max C and draw phase, but I decided to hold it for the main phase so I could get a guaranteed more draw. Obviously assuming he didn't have Ash call by cross out, because if he... I was on the top deck at this point, unless he went into like Desiree. Then I have Ulti Slayer, send Garura, but obviously I'm not letting him get to that point if I can. So I just held the maxi so I can get a guaranteed draw one. So I didn't think I'd top deck into something good, I guess. But he played it well. Well, as well as you can, I guess. With the fiendsmith cards here. A bit awkward opening both engravers because then you have to shuffle one back and then do it, which then it's just hassle. Runs for 12, sequence makes Desiree. I thought he was just gonna go SB and then sequence equip. But I guess Apo might be stronger. Yeah. Set the Sanctum, which actually lost me the game. I'm not complaining though, because it's funny that he had it. I think this is where I made the misplay. So he summoned Scythe, which I didn't expect. And then he activates the effect. And then I could have dropped it, just sent Dark Hole, but then he has Desiree turned on. So I thought I'd have to send Hydra to stop Desiree from responding and negate both. But then I'd be playing on this top deck. So I think I should have done is just let it resolve. Then get Hydra, get Kaiman, set the Kaiman, and hope it might be enough to just give me one turn. But I did send the Hydra because I decided on gambling that this would draw me into a Tenpai card. Or even engage. Well, it did not. It threw me into the void, which was meant to be a replacement for Upstart, because I couldn't get the UR in time to craft it, so I played Into the Void instead, which I got really punished for here, because I didn't have 3 more cards in my hand. What happens? So it should have been an Upstart there. And then he had game either way to make Lacrima send back Desiree. Battle phase, link off Lacrima, or attack main phase 2, link off Lacrima for game. So I ended up losing this game. Oh, then we went to game 3 where I went first with Princess Seika. I'll show that now. Looking back at the video when I was editing, playing against the Striker Tenpai, or playing as Striker Tenpai against the Parma Blue Eyes. The game right before this, I think the correct sequencing, looking back at it, was definitely to gnome some Hydra first, before ulti slayering, so that I could have the Hydra attempt to resolve anyway, then chain the droplet, sending the Hydra and the on-field Hydra and the Dark Hole in hand in response to the Apo or the Desiree. Then I was still losing to the Ash and or the Scythe, but I think that was the correct sequencing, so I would have a monster to send after resolving. So I was going first with this hand, which is absolutely correct for going first and second most of the time. I went Deception first to lead so I can get the Omni out, tributing Droll because I knew he was on Blue Eyes by the main deck count and the field center and all, because I knew Ogres, or I'd prefer Ogre to the matchup anyway, and I didn't want to have Droll and Maxi in the same hand for his turn, so I tributed the Droll instead of anything else, and then just Snake on Ash full combo. I'll speed through this though, because I don't think it's too entertaining, even though I love the deck. I love the Euros 2024 format. I didn't play the deck, but I played it a little bit. It wasn't my main deck, but I did enjoy the format, which was one of the reasons why I made this deck. I don't think it's the best deck in Masters at the moment, but I did enjoy playing it. It's close to the best deck though. Probably should have sequenced before I Promethean Princess in case he had an Imperm. But I doubt he's holding an Imperm, or I doubt he's letting Snake on Ash resolve in that case. Just in case though. Drop the Maxi. I didn't hold it for the main phase because I didn't want him to have talents or thrusts as an extra early push, I guess. SV. I think it was Sage, yeah. Kind of surprised he didn't lead with Maiden at the start to break the board, but I don't think he was breaking the board in any sequencing. So that was the semi-finals, and I'll be showing the finals now, where I won 2-1. So this is my finals game. Finals game 1. I probably should have won this game. I think there's a sequencing issue somewhere. He just passes with 4 hand traps in drill beam. So try to bait something out here. The idea was to normal some ogre to do that. I think in hindsight, I might have should have just like I was thinking like right after I call by it. I was thinking maybe I should have held the call by in hand, let him get a draw, and then use call by on his turn, and then in case like I don't know why I was thinking that actually, but I think I would have preferred to keep call by in the hand. But then if you chain Maxi, I would have called by Maxi either way. So it didn't really matter too much. Call by was going to be used on my turn either way. But if I were to play that out again, I probably would let 4 resolve and keep the call by. I'm from the Sage, obviously, and then I maxi it on res. I hope, yeah, I did, yeah. Ashed. Make Spirit. Mausoleum. I ogred the Mausoleum again. Didn't matter though. Did it so that Drill Beam would be live and he could attack over Engraver for pressure. Here, when he revealed the Veiler to me, I was actually shocked that he didn't go into Spear. But now I'm looking at the game again, I guess it makes more sense to keep the Veiler in hand because he did have Drill Beam. But I was really confused when the Snake Eye Ash got hit by the Veiler. I was actually taken by surprise because I was thinking to myself, it's either Ash or Ogre if he has a hand trap. It can't be Veiler because you normal summon it, but then he had Drill Beam, so it's tried to keep the Veiler in hand. Link go to block an attack. Normal summon Fua to get the extra 3k in, guaranteed. Really on the top deck here. Also says having no senses rough. Didn't do anything because of the Graveyard being banished. Then at this point he just generates so much advantage, and game even. So even if I had a turn, more than likely was not breaking this board. So I took the L on game 1 and we'd have won the next 2, so I'll show that now. So this is game 2 where I went first again with fiendsmith Tenpai. Opening this hand versus a mirror. This is like kind of an embarrassing game for me because there were a lot of people watching and I made a big mistake because I was really confused by my own move, which led to another mistake. So I went to add, went wanted so we could get the draw 1. Although I think it played into an imperm a little bit worse, but it didn't matter. Get the Omni here. On summon 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it says there. That's sick Ash. I always go with Requiem first, just to see if I can bait on Ash of some sort. Because I prefer to get Ash on Requiem than I would on Snake Eye Ash. Because I feel like if they Ash me while I have Silva up, they'll just automatically assume I'm going to Silva. But I'd more than likely be saving Silva for a nib like this here. Which him nibbing here really threw me off. Because I got scared for a minute thinking he might have like a Gamma or something else. Which did end me a couple of misplays here. Like even at this point here and a little bit after, I was still like here. I went Oak, Chain Flamberge. I wasn't thinking too much, like I activated Oak when I shouldn't have. And I was like, okay, I'll just activate Flamberge anyway. So that's the first misplay. Because I was still stuck on the nib being in hand. I was like so confused why he did it. I should have just gotten that out of my head and then keep playing. I think there's one more misplay I made after thinking about that. Possibly. I think it was this here. No. I thought I summoned Flamberge to the Promethean Princess Zone by accident. That was in a different game. Draw one Deception. Again, we have the Maxi. So shotgun that. Get rid of the early pushes. I think it's right to apple the lay rather than let him get any further into the fiendsmith stuff. I don't think I should have appled that either. I think I should have let Diabellstar resolve, then go Flamberge, push the IP, make SP hit the card he sets. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Beats over Appa for some reason. I don't know why he didn't beat over Desiree, but I was losing anyway. I figured I'd prefer to have the SP banish one than having an Apo for one. Called by some Promethean. And I think he just scoops here. Because like you weren't winning this in the first place, I don't think. Not with that hand. There's no sequencing, I don't think that. We get too close to breaking the board even with a maxi. So he scoops that, and we go into game 3. Where I played Striker Tenpai, going second. I thought they might make me go first. So I would just play Fiendsmith Snake Eye, I was thinking. I decided to just play Striker Tenpai anyway because it was working out for me the whole day, so I don't know why I would switch that up. But then after the game, my opponent actually messaged me saying that he's considering making me go first. So that would have been a very high... I probably would have lost straight away on the spot if he did make me go first. So I'm glad it worked out this way. Standby facing Maxi because for some reason my game doesn't let me do stuff in draw phase. I have no idea why. So, Maiden. Did have a nice top deck, if I recall so. I think it's a Fua. Oh no, it's another Maxi. So he gave me no draws, set up Drill Beam set. So he goes True Light, Summon Blue Ice. Then he got Drill Beam to negate it. And you have Majesty pop 1. And then 2 out drops. So shotguns this, Chain Maxi. To get the draw anyway, that was missing out on. Chain Maxi there in case I had call by, I think. So that if I call by his Maxi, I'd be also called by my own Maxi. I don't play call by in this list. Draw into Thrust, which is very nice. I think it won me the game even. Lightning Storm to force out the Drill Beam. Otherwise, it's just instantly GG. So I get something, I wanted to force out the Majesty. Because I didn't have 3 spells in graveyard for the Widow Anchor. Not that I could Widow Anchor actually. Yeah, because it's not an effect monster. Now Veiler's here because I have to chain, and in case he draws into a second Veiler. Because it took him a while to figure out what he wanted to do here before I went to battle phase. So it would have been Jinroku. So he would Veiler the Jinroku. I have to change Jinroku so that if he draws into another Veiler, he gets to Veiler whatever comes out of it. Because once I go to the battle phase, he can't Veiler me. So I summon Chandra. I summon Chandra to play around a top deck with an Ash Blossom. But at this point, it's game. He can't stop it. Don't think there was any top decks that would have saved him from it. Or any draws up, actually, should I say. Because I was going to make a... Yeah, so he drew into Ash, but I decided to make Transcended before I climb in, which is a given to do. So now my comment is protected. I summoned the Transcended here. It's like a Widow Anchor. But then I realized I didn't have 3 spells in grave, so I thought I could do something cool, but I was being an idiot. That's all it was. So I'm gonna pop the True Light, just in case. Somehow I misclick. Add Fadra. Summon back the Chandra. Very boring Tenpai game, but finish the game off with Tenpai. Breaking the board quite nicely. Attacking with Cubal third game. So that's how I won the Challenger Cup. Got first place. Play these 2 lists. I'll show the deck list now. Well, I'm very grateful for it. That's my Feast of Snake Eye deck list. A huge shout out to all my opponents for being very good sportsmen, I guess. It was nice talking to each and every one of them. Shout out to my team Big Stars. Best team. This is the list I played. I don't think I changed much. Maybe might like take these out. I'll put in 3 Nib or 3 Veiler. Because I saw myself getting so I maxed in my opponent, but he went for game. So he managed to OTK through draw because the only hand trap I have that worked through draw after I already set up on board is Ogre and Ash, which in about 20 or 10 summons I didn't draw a single one of them. Or I drew the Ogre when it didn't matter, but it was fair play from him. But yeah, I would probably cut the Trolls maybe. Then I played Sky Striker Tenpai, which I did not finish this deck list. Is very rushed. I got the main Sky Striker cards and the main Tenpai cards, but it was not like a complete deck. It wasn't. It was very rushed. Kind of, I should say. I was missing Droplet. Droplet. I was gonna play Harpies. Whatever it is. I was gonna play another Lightning Storm. And the cuts would have been, I think it was like a Foz. It's something on the lines of this. I can't recall correctly. Oh, I'll fix that in a second. And for the extra deck, it was meant to be, I think, Black Rose? No, Black Rose. Just nukes the field, essentially. The idea was to summon on his turn, or the opponent's turn, with my Kaiman set, if I don't get to OTK. But that's how it went. I had a lot of fun, and thank you.